Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm gonna share with you things that I wish I knew before I started my luxury collection, so stay tuned. So the first thing that I've realized over the years, and it took me almost 10 years to realize, is that I finally decided on a dehumidifier a year ago. So, I've always been buying Hungry Hippos dehumidifiers and I've been putting it into my cupboards, and after 1 month it will store up with water. I'm not sure if you feel that way, or you actually buy those things, but I think that's the only thing that I knew that I could buy. And with the price and all that, I think, okay, why not? But I know what it adds up after 10 years. So it's only a year ago that I've decided on getting a dehumidifier, and it's just like a life changer. I should have gotten it earlier because it's not very expensive, and the crazy thing is that it fills up with water within 4 days. It goes full, and the water, it's not like the water that comes out of a dehumidifier is probably 2 liters in 4 days. So it's just crazy. I mean, these are just things that I wish I knew, especially since I'm living in a really hot and humid country like Singapore. Temperatures are hovering from 30 to 35 degrees. On a low, it's probably 27 if it's raining. It's just hot and humid. So humidity levels are 80% and above easily every day. So I would have just gotten a dehumidifier if I knew. And I close out all the windows. I do not open my windows, especially in the wardrobe room, because then air just comes in. It's gonna ruin all my bags as well as clothing. So I think it's just a really good investment, especially to put your dehumidifier in a wardrobe room where you could put I've got my husband's guitars in the room. I've got all my clothing, his clothing, as well as my bags, my belts, my earrings, my jewelry, all in this room. And I do my makeup here as well, and I film here. So I think especially if you've got space constraints, and that's kind of leading to the next point as well, it's just great to have one dehumidifier. Get that and put it in the room that you want to kind of remove any unnecessary moisture in the room. So the second thing is space. So I used to live in a really small space, and I always find it really challenging to find space to store my bags. So what happened is that you probably saw my LB Neverfull video where you see that my bag was kind of a little bit curved up, especially the wallet, not the wallet, but I mean the clutch that came within the Neverfull bag. So that was a result of bag stacking that I did in the past, because I didn't have enough space to store my luxury bags, and I didn't really have a lot of luxury bags at that time to begin with. But it was like the only way that I could store, right? I mean, I was just putting it into my dust bags, I was putting it on the floor, and that was it. But space is something that is just so important to have if you have more than 10 luxury bags, and they're all ranging in different sizes. You've probably got lambskin, caviar, suede, and these things, you don't want to have stuff kind of stacked together or on top of one another. So space is really important. And the next thing that I want to share within that is that it's important to also flip the bag around in different sides so that it kind of keeps its shape. So flipping your bags is important, especially when it comes to space and then storing your bags, as well as airing the bags as well, removing the bags out of the dust bag, because you need the leather to breathe, and you don't want it to smell moldy. You don't want it to leave some form of scent going on. So I have charcoal bags that I use inside the bags that I probably just get it from Daiso as well. So yeah, and that just moves on to my third point around how do I clean my bags. So I didn't know the third thing about things that I wish I knew before I started would be that I had to buy charcoal bags, I had to buy cleaning stuff, cleaning products for my bags, right? I mean, we've got fabric, lambskin, caviar, suede, all sorts of leathers that you could think of, and it just requires different sets of cleaning products for the bags. So I didn't know that I had to get those, and I had to do a lot of research to find out what kind of cleaning products are meant to be for what specific leather that you have. So yeah, I wish I knew. The fourth thing would be bag inserts. I never knew. I only started, getting bag inserts this year. So the last 10 years, I was just putting stuff I was putting jackets, I was putting scarves, I was putting any clothing that I've not used before or I hardly used, and I would stuff my bag so that it could actually just keep its shape. So that's the fourth thing. Yeah. The fifth thing would be the resale value of the bags. I wish I knew. Especially when you just love a bag, right? Like you go into any luxury brands and you go into Bottega Veneta, you go to Fendi, you just love a bag, you just get it. But I didn't know that there are only specific brands that could hold its resale value well. And when I mean well, it doesn't mean you're going to get 100% of your money back when you sell it. You're definitely not going to make money off your bag only if it's a unicorn bag, right? I mean, I'm not even talking about Hermes, I'm not talking about unicorn bags from Chanel, but from what I know in the resale market in Singapore, you're never gonna get 100% of your money's back, especially in the resale market. So for example, a brand new Chanel medium classic flat bag retails for about $8,000 to $9,000 in Singapore dollars. The minute you buy it and you take it to a resale store, a resale consignment store in Singapore, you're gonna lose $1,000 immediately from, even though it's brand new. So it's just crazy. You're never gonna get your money back. And never think that buying a bag is actually an investment piece. It's never an investment piece. You definitely have to realize that your hard-earned money, it's kind of being parted away, and the crazy truth is that LV hardly holds its value in the resale market. You've got LV, Christian Dior, Fendi, it just goes so bad in the resale market, even in Singapore. And a few other pieces, like we've got Bottega Veneta as well, another brand. So it's only when you really like that piece, go for it. But just know that you're probably not going to get your monies back. So yeah, these are just things, or 5 things that I wish I knew before I started my luxury collection. So that also involves your accessories, that includes belts as well, that includes shoes. So shoes are also not holding its money, right? I mean, especially when the minute you use it, that's it. So yeah, I would be very happy to hear your thoughts and your views on things that you wish you knew before you started your luxury collection. I'd love to hear that. So do comment down below, subscribe for more, and remember to like this video if you enjoy this kind of videos from me. Stay tuned for more. Bye!